Who am I? What am I? Why am I? Hollow Knight Silksong. I've seen and played a lot of video games in my time, and I do believe that it's safe to say that Hollow Knight Silksong is the rarest type of game, and it's the answer to a very important question. What do you get when passionate indie devs have the resources and time enough to live up to their potential? And today, we will talk about Hollow Knight by dissecting it into categories, much like the game's acts, starting with in terms of its environments. I'm not just talking about the aesthetic vibe of different locations, but more so how the game handles immersion using environmental settings. You start off surrounded by this greenery with no music, just the relaxing ambient sound of fountains, until you walk a little bit more and enter Moss Grotto, the first ever actual location in the game. You continue walking until the soundtrack hits you with this. This is beautiful. Can I swim? I can already swim, what the hell? A game by Team Cherry appears and suddenly you're relaxed. You're in the zone and you want to see what this game is all about. And here's another goddamn example. Going through Haunted Bellheart for the first time is a canon event in my life. The cutscene begins by a shot of all the bells covering the place with some ringing in the background alongside of this haunting music. Then you hear Hornet's footsteps getting closer and closer until she suddenly stops, because she got flashed IRL. The shot shifts away from her and you see those threads of silk covering the town's buildings before you notice the number of bodies hanging from the ceiling. They zoom in on one of the bodies, showing how miserable they look, shivering, haunted, and most likely lifeless. A zoomed out shot occurs, showcasing Hornet witnessing the dreadful state of this haunted place, and a masterful transition between the cutscene and the in-game shot, showing the same eerie point of view. This is scene setting at its finest. Even after I defeated Widow and the place became as lively as ever, it remained one of my favorite towns in the game, and it's due to the fact that it's probably the only town that existed before the monarchy of the Weavers. Unlike Bone Bottom, for example, which was created by the Pilgrims as a place to rest in before heading on with their journey, or Songclave, which didn't even exist before I went up to the first shrine and rung the bell. It gives off a sense that this place has existed for a long time and I'm just walking by. You feel that there is history within its crumbling and rusty bells. They do a really good job of easing different locations into others. The greenery in Moss Grotto keeps getting less and less the farther away you move from it, while bone-like remains appear and keep getting more and more until you reach Bone Bottom, where you see the last remaining bits of greenery. And again, keep walking through Bone Bottom and you'll start seeing some small specks of fire. Keep moving and you'll see them gradually increasing until you reach the Marrow. And if you keep progressing through the Marrow, you'll see less of the bony platforms and more of those metallic ones. Thematically, all the locations are different, but they never feel forced onto one another. There's always this great sense of variety, and it makes you wonder, what else can this game offer? And that goes hand in hand with the characters and character quests. Both of them work in tandem to make Pharloom and its residents feel real, not props. Every NPC has their own questline, but they also serve a purpose, that way they become alive. And there is no shortage of lore backing all of them up. My favorite NPC by far has to be Shock, and it's due to the fact that her story is very similar to Hornet's. She's not from Pharloom, and she's only there because she's driven towards a single quest, finding her master, who was last seen in Pharloom. And her being a cartographer is where she comes in handy for Hornet. Plus, they relate to each other because of both being strong independent women, and start traversing this land alongside each other. Her rings always gave me a sense of camaraderie without even having to see her, and when I do talk to her, there is this mutual respect between them, and is shown whenever they're exchanging information about the lands to aid each other on their quests. Hornet even asks her for a favor once. She becomes a sight for sore eyes, and one of the few friendships that remained pure as the time went on. She wasn't blinded by a purpose that drove her to disregard our friendship, she wasn't weak enough to end up getting possessed by the void, and she had no ties to anything regarding Pharloom's past, so we were always on the same page. And that's why the end of her questline hit me that hard. When she finally found her master, after a trail of dead enemies, she found her lying under this waterfall.
هنلاقي دلوقتي بص بيقلب الطوب ازاز. turn water into wine.
Met! Where she took her last breath, and the last quest she asked of me, as her friend, is to join her for her master's song sending. How can you not love her? It's no secret that mainstream video games tend to be easy. When you make a game with the goal of reaching the most number of people it could, it makes sense to be risk averse. It makes sense to be hand-holdy. It makes sense to get a reaction like, oh my god, it's just like a movie. And I have no problem with that. I'm not saying that games that operate like an interactive movie are bad. I love me some Red Dead Redemption. But the fact that'll never stop amazing me is how mainstream Souls-likes have gotten, and how broad the genre has become. Some roguelikes are Souls-likes. Some metroidvanias are also Souls-likes. Like Hollow Knight Silksong. Hollow Knight Silksong is more difficult than life. The first couple of bosses give off a first impression of, oh, don't worry about it, they're just big goofballs. They'll die if you blow on them. You go and beat Moss Mother, and then go... You go and beat Lace, and be like... You beat Bell Beast, and then... Now try to do any of that with Beastfly. Try. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. It's a constant ass-whooping contest, and you are the guest of honor. You'll get your ass whooped by a stag, you'll get your ass whooped by a butterfly, you'll get your ass whooped by a grieving lover, you'll get your ass whooped by a thick lady going through an existential crisis. She's my favorite. It's either drop the video game and miss out on a once-in-a-lifetime experience, or be one of the most masochistic people on planet Earth because you're a little bitch like that. I barely have anything bad to say about this game. Except stupid-ass bio water, and its stupid-ass runback, and its stupid-ass fake bench. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I streamed the entire game to a friend of mine. Nagy. Everybody say hi, Nagy. This motherfucker 100%ed the game before me just to be the voice of Satan, laughing his annoying ass laugh inside my goddamn ears for the entire 70-hour playthrough of this game.
That's bad luck.
He's the one who told me about biowater, and when I died to grow the grate for the first time, he told me that the runback was supposed to be this long. He said, Team Cherry made this runback long to make the players ready for Act 3. Fuck you, I hope you choke on a piece of chocolate cake, you fat ass. I'm the kind of person who gets shit done. I don't complain a lot. Whenever I find a runback, I just do it. Biowater is the only one that got me annoyed a little bit, but overall, I didn't have a problem with it. Believe it or not. For example, I saw someone on Instagram saying that the last judge's runback is difficult and annoying or whatnot. The boss fight is hard, that I can agree on, but I never really felt that the runback is unnecessary like they claim. I just ran back to the boss and tried again. Same with Widow, same with Coral Tower. And I think the reason for that is probably because I almost completed the Pantheon in the previous game, so I'm a little bit used to torture more than the average person. Oh yeah. Ainaba. If I had to describe Hollow Knight Silksong's combat system in one word, it would be outtakes. A lot of tools and crests. Some of them are broken, but okay. There are 57 tools, categorized by color, 7 quests, categorized by themes, and 6 skills, categorized by the fact that 2 of them are complete garbage. Each quest requires a certain playstyle that is limited to a specific number of tool categories and a specific number of skills. Each quest has a different main attack, a different upward attack, a different downward attack, a different charged attack, and a different healing gimmick. The Witch quest, for example, has a lifesteal effect. You want to heal? You gotta get down and dirty with the enemies. Or You can use the Reaper and get extra silk whenever you heal, and dive straight down whenever you use your downward attack. So you can pogo jump off of platforms. How fun! But if you don't like how there is little input delay with the Reaper's attacks, you can switch to the Hunter, but it'll be harder to pogo because the Hunter makes you dive with a 45-degree angle. Or the optimal choice, you can switch to the Wanderer, with which you would be able to run through everything like a hot knife through butter. Want to be a sick freak who uses nothing but tools? Put on the Architect. The world is your oyster with this game. I couldn't live without easy pogo jumping, so I had the Reaper on until I found the Wanderer. So I used that. Add Chakras rings and Silk Spear, and the build is true. I think the common denominator with this game is how difficult it is, especially the boss fights. I say it again, don't underestimate the boss fights. Some of those bosses will torture you, they'll taunt you, they'll beat you to a pulp and demand you to rethink your life choices. But you have to try again, man. You have to give it everything you got. Go drink some water, learn those patterns, master your crest of choice, equip Cockfly, because what's on the other end of your struggles is the product of some of the greatest minds the gaming industry has ever seen. They're not just boss fights, it's the Mona Lisa asking you to look at it from a 45-degree angle. It's Bob Ross telling you, we don't make mistakes, we just have happy accidents. It's Jeff Keighley saying the word gaming 53 consecutive times. This is not just the sequel to Hollow Knight, this is Hollow Knight 2, this is Hollow Knight 3, this is Hollow Knight 4. It's metroidvanias like you've never seen before. It's more surprising than what Santa has in store. And you're guaranteed to play this game and find yourself asking for more. This was Ridu Rigu Rihu on the floor.
هو ده الكلام هو ده الكلام هو ده الكلام أبيس.
I just mentioned this dumbass, and you probably heard him laughing or singing Chakra's song in one or two clips. And I know I'm going to regret being this vulnerable, but I want to share something. We're 22, me and him, and we've been friends for 19 years. Both of us have seen every phase the other person went through, and continue being friends either way. I remember us almost breaking his PS2 controller playing God of War 2. I remember his mom splitting the screen so she can watch the news while we're playing, and how fucked up the aspect ratio was. I remember us sitting in the corner of my room playing Spider-Man 3 or Power Rangers Dino Thunder on my Game Boy, or just playing pretend with some toys. I remember him fucking chasing me around the school bus with some cheese. I was afraid of cheese. I remember running to his house when my computer monitor broke just to steal his, without even occurring to me that he might need it. And I remember him traveling almost 4 hours every day from his college when I had an accident just to stay with me. I'm the one who told him about Expedition 33, and I stopped playing it because of how much glaze and dick sucking he's been giving to the game. This is not a good memory, I'm actually annoyed. What I'm trying to say by being this little emotional bitch is that, much like Chakra, he's always been there for me. And I never said it to him to his face. Because it's fucking difficult. So I'm using this and embarrassing us both in front of the entire internet. I appreciate your existence for those 19 years. And here's to 19 more. Some. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, seriously, don't forget to subscribe. Okay? I work hard on those fucking videos. You have no idea how hard I fucking work. I've been playing this game for 70 hours. You know how much 70 hours is? This is more than 1 day or 2 days. I'm drinking this tea, some tea over here, some mint tea. Check it out. Check it out. I even got props. I got a banana. I got tea. Got this. I know I'm drinking tea. I'm supposed to go to sleep. It's 2:46 a.m. Now I won't be able to sleep and I'll fuck up my sleep schedule more. See you in the next one. Goodbye.
يا دين أمي. استنى خلينا نعلي. دين أمي يا اسطى على الجمال.